Oh my god, it's been a while since I've done one of these videos. Today I'm doing what if BFDIA never got cancelled / been on hiatus. People might go like, nothing would change. Yes, things would. One, characters like Spongy and arguably Fiery might not get out as early as they did because they probably had more fans back then, and people like Ghostball will get out earlier because they had less fans and more haters back then. And also, if you're wondering, I am continuing what if BFB didn't split. I just lost my motivation to do it. Don't worry, that is happening. It's not cancelled, but I don't think anyone actually cares. But let's just get started with BFDIA 6. Okay, I think Rocky would still swap teams. Well, I know he would still swap teams because because if you're wondering, BFDIA 6 got his deleted scenes released ages ago, way before BFDIA got continued, and basically this is the only episode we know for a fact what would have been like if BFDIA didn't get cancelled, because it was already in production and all the deleted scenes got released, and we know that Robots would have been up for elimination and Rocky would have swapped teams. First off, I think Spongy would win the prize because people would mainly feel sympathetic of him after his death in BFDIA 5. And if you're wondering, no, he wouldn't win the prize because he gets so much dislikes in the future. No, people are disliking him because what he did in BFB, not what he does in BFDIA. And I think Pin will be the first safe, followed closely behind by Spongy. Then I think Needle and Bommy will be the next safe because they're quite neutral characters who don't do that much. I think the next two safe will be Rocky and Coiny. You might be wondering why Coiny's really low than what he normally does, because he's normally he normally doesn't get that much dislikes. But the reason why I think he'll get quite a bit of dislikes here is because what he did to Spongy. Again, we don't really know how much that affected his popularity, because again, BFDIA didn't continue after that point. And I don't think it really affected his popularity when BFDIA came back, because Spongy became a pretty hated character, but back then, Spongy was probably more liked than some other contestants. I feel like him killing Spongy would have gotten quite a bit of dislikes, enough dislikes to probably make it end up in the bottom 3. Now also bottom 2, Nickel and Yellowface. Nickel is here because he's more like his Anime Insanity counterpart, being more rude and selfish. If you don't know, in BFDIA, in the early episodes, and also in the early episodes of BFB, Nickel is more like his II self, being sarcastic and playing out kind of rude to most of the contestants. And Yellowface is here because, well, non-objects normally do crap and vote to eliminate. And also, I reckon that Yellowface was not that popular back in the day, like how he is now. Yellowface is pretty liked nowadays, but back in the day, here, a lot of people did not like Yellowface. I reckon he would end up in the bottom 2. Heck, I reckon one of the only reasons why he got saved in the actual version of BFDIA 7 was because many people started to turn on Rocky, and also, many people started turning on Rocky, and also Spongy lost a lot of his popularity at the time with the whole spaceship thing in BFB. And the person I think will be eliminated is Yellowface. I'm just gonna be real with you, I don't see this vote being close at all. I feel like Nick will just kind of end up here because he's like the meanest. But yeah, this vote would be a landslide. So, goodbye Yellowface. Okay, I think Gelatin and Fiery joining Free Smart would basically be the same. And also, I do think they would join Free Smart even if the show didn't get cancelled or like discontinued, depending how you view it. I still think they would be swapping because I think the writers would kind of try to get Fiery out, but not put Golfball at risk. Because I feel like they do not want to lose Golfball like at all. So I think they would move Fiery to Free Smart, like to the losing team for like an episode. So there's a chance that the winner might get out because I don't think they would want Fiery to get far again. And also the challenge would have to be different because they don't have to like get rid of the LOL because, well, they don't have to worry about retcons or anything like that. So I think Gelatin or maybe Fiery would win the prize, and I think Book and Ruby will be the first two safe. I think Gelatin will follow closely behind, and also I think Pencil will be the next safe, escaping the bottom two. The reason why I think Pencil would be the next safe, I just want to say this because I think some people are going to get like mad at me or something. I think Pencil would not be in the bottom two for one main reason. BFB did not happen at this time, and I think, like, you know, all the dislikes she got in like on all her eliminations in BFDIA, I think they're partially because what she did in BFB, not because what she did in BFDIA. I still think she'll get more dislikes than some of her team members. She'd probably be on the higher end of the dislike, like on the dislikes, but I don't think she'll get as much dislikes as she did in the actual version of BFDIA. Now it's our bottom two. Let's start with Ice Cube. The reason why I think Free Smart was made by a writing's perspective was to get Ice Cube out earlier, like much earlier. The reason why I think that was because you could tell just watching BFDI, they did not want Ice Cube to get far, and she ended up making it far. So I think they purposely made Free Smart and put her on a team with a bunch of people who are way much more popular than her, so she's most likely to get out. And with Fiery, I think he'll be in the bottom two, mainly for the same reasons. Maybe because I feel like the writers will make him a tad bit annoying. Also, plus I think the Free Smart fans will be targeting Fiery over Gelatin because he's won a season and he's got way much more screen time than Gelatin. So I think the Free Smart fans will target him. I think this vote will be very close, but I mean, like, I'm pretty sure. I feel like this is like the dislikes is gonna be like 20 votes, like 20 vote difference or something. I mean, that's like be very close, but I think Ice Cube is eliminated. I'm sorry, but you're just not as popular as Fiery is. Like, I feel like he could do something kind of controversial, and he would still be pretty safe. I think Fiery and Gelatin will swap back to Team No Name in episode 8, and I think Team No Name will be up for elimination again. And also, I think Fries might do something controversial, like very controversial, to keep Ghost Bull safe. Like, I mean, like the virus will make Fries do something controversial to ensure Ghost Bull's safety. I think Tennis Bull would win the prize and also be the first one safe, followed along by Gelatin. And Fiery would also be the next safe. I think he would get be in the bottom 3 for basically the same reasons why he was in the bottom 2. Now as a bottom 2, arguably the most controversial people on the team. Fries is here because I feel like he would do something like Puffball, which will cause him to get a lot of dislikes. Golfball's here because, well, she's Golfball, and everyone finds her annoying. I don't. But I generally think Fries will do something like Puffball did, probably not sabotage the team, but probably be like really mean and arrogant this episode, and also maybe cause the team's loss. Because I generally think Callie and Michael, they were getting Golfball massive plot armor. Like, I generally think Fries would have been the next person to get get the Puffball treatment if their team was ever up for elimination again. If it didn't get cancelled, I generally think that. And the person I think will be eliminated is Fries. Keep in mind, I do think the vote will be kind of close, but I do think Fries would be eliminated. With Fries eliminated, I feel like Nickel would swap to Team No Name. I don't even know why. I feel like Nickel gets some screen time in these recent episodes, and I feel like they will realize that Nickel's the most in danger in Real Bunch. So I think they will make Nickel swap to Team No Name. And also, I feel like the writers, well, Kerry and Michael, would want a team swap every episode. So yeah, I feel like Penn will win the prize, and I feel like she will get the prize to get her limbs back. Anyway, the first two people I think will be safe will be Coiny and Spongy. I think Coiny will be mostly forgiven by the fandom, and Spongy, I feel like he's probably one of the most popular characters left in the game now, and he doesn't get that much dislike. So I think Pin and Needle will be also the next day. Being honest, they're both kind of here just for like the most boring reasons like ever. Rocky's here because, well, he's just the most hated on his team, and Bommy's here because he's probably the least liked on his team, and I feel like Rocky fans will try to save him by disliking Bommy. But honestly, I could see this going either way, but because Rocky got out over Bommy in the actual version of BFDIA, I'm just eliminating Rocky here. I think two important things will happen. I think there will be a new team forming called TAF, which will stand for the Awesome Friends. I think Gelatin, Nickel, and Fiery will rebel against Golf Ball and create their own team. I think Nickel will kind of become friends with Gelatin and Fiery, become like kind of like the serious one in the friend group. And I think Bubble will actually get to debut in the show, because I feel like if BFDIA actually didn't get cancelled, I think they were planning Bubble to debut. I think TAF will lose the first challenge. Actually, I feel like this team will be mostly made because I don't think they would really mind if any of these three go honestly over anyone else. So yeah, let's just get started. I think Gelatin will win the prize and also be the first safe by a mile. Now it's our bottom two, but I'm just gonna be completely honest. Nickel is 100% getting eliminated here. Nickel's by far the rudest in this team, and I feel like Gelatin fans will also go and support Fiery. So I think Nickel is so unbelievably screwed here. I think a lot of team swappings will happen this episode. Also, I do think Bommy will switch to Team No Name for a reason. I have no idea why. I feel like there's gonna be some forced drama that happens with Bommy and Road Bunch, and also, I really think this was gonna happen. If BFDIA continued, that Free Smart was gonna devolve into opposite sides. Like they kind of teased that and pretty sure BFDIA 3 or 4. I can't remember which episode, but Bubble said alliance with over 3 members will undeniably dissolve into 2 separate sides, and I think that's gonna happen this episode with Bubble and Book being on their own team and Pencil and Ruby staying, because Book and Bubble are probably the 2 nicer members of Free Smart. And Ruby's probably probably a more interesting version of Match right now. So yeah, and this Pencil's probably did something to make Book and Bubble mad or something like that. Okay, I think 2 teams will be losing this episode because how small the teams are. I feel like 2 teams will be losing, but only 1 person will go in the team. I think it will be Taff and Team No Name who will be losing. And the person I think will win the prize is Tennis Ball. And the first 2 people I think will be safe is Tennis Ball and Gelatin. And I think Fiery will be escaping the bottom 2. Okay, I think this will be the bottom 2 because, well, Golf Ball's Golf Ball and she always ends up in the bottom 2 because people find her annoying. And Bommy is here because he's just boring, I guess. And also I feel like he'll be the next victim of the writers just trying to eliminate someone to save Golf Ball. But I think to avoid controversy, they won't make it as big as Fries and Purples were. And to be honest, I can't say in absolute certainty that I think Golf Ball will be safe over Bommy. I'm sorry, but in Vote to Eliminate, annoying characters normally lose over boring characters. So Golf Ball, your time is finally up. Okay, part 1 is over. This part is over, so Part 2 will come out soon, hopefully like a week after this video gets released. By the time you're watching this, I'm probably just started working on part 2. And I just want to say the team swaps before this part ends, because I feel like knowing me, I'm probably going to forget to mention it in part 2. I think because of Golf Ball's elimination, Tennis Ball was swapped to Taff, and I feel like Bommy would not want to be alone, so he was swapped with Tennis Ball. So anyway, this is the end. So see you guys later. Bye!